Welcome everyone to our Holy Cross Heroes live stream. We are so excited to share with you the amazing work of our very own heroes, our dedicated staff, and our amazing volunteers here at Holy Cross Ministries, and all of their incredible accomplishments assisting clients through this past pandemic year. But first, I want to give a huge shout out to our amazing sponsors. If we could have the slide, thank you. So thanks to University of Utah Health Plans, to Dominion Energy, to Summit Sotheby's, and our generous friends of Holy Cross Ministries. Going into our event today, we have $6,275 toward a $15,000 fundraising goal. Our wonderful sponsors will match dollar for dollar up to $15,000 of this challenge grant leading into this event. So thank you so much to our dear sponsors. Okay, let me circle back a little bit, just for a moment, to our Holy Cross heroes. Over the past year, we have expanded our reach and services provided as we monitored the statistics of the Utah Department of Health. We knew that many of our immigrant clients were the essential workers helping us all get through this pandemic. While the Latinx population, as you know, in Utah is only 14.2%, what we watched and helped as the percentage of COVID positive cases reached nearly 40% this past year. We here at Holy Cross Ministries celebrate that we are a community of immigrants, and many of us are immigrants ourselves or our first or second generation. We felt compelled to step up to meet the unique needs and challenges of our immigrant community over this past year. We provided uninterrupted services to our clients so that they could continue to work in key functions as the essential workers on the front lines throughout this pandemic. As a proud daughter of an immigrant father from Mexico who came to the United States as a physician, I can only imagine how he would have been supporting the health needs over this past year. I am so grateful for my dad's example of hard work and commitment on education. Thanks to his encouragement, I first connected with the Sisters of the Holy Cross by being privileged to attend St. Mary's College in Notre Dame, Indiana. I'm grateful to reconnect with Holy Cross some 35 years later, and I am humbled and honored to lead an amazing group of individuals who are each heroes in their own right across our justice, our education, and our health outreach programs. Together, we continue the amazing legacy of the Sisters of the Holy Cross. So let's begin to hear about this amazing legacy. I want to turn the time over to Marguerite Allen, our Manager of Community Health Workers, PROMOTOR or PROMOTORA, as we say in Spanish, and Carlos Flores, who's one of our incredible community health workers, who will share the heroic efforts that their team achieved over this past year of the pandemic. Marguerite and Carlos, take it away.
Thank you, Emmy, for the wonderful introduction. I would like to introduce now to my amazing team. Maria, will you please share the slide of our wonderful team? Thank you. On our left side, we have Jackie Capella, Gabriela Orozco, Esperanza Arias, Tetea Wuthenden, and Carlos Flores. They've done amazing work in the community and have been great advocates. They empower clients to strive and navigate the complexities of the healthcare system and social services. The health outreach program consists of 5 community health workers, as you see right now on the screen. They have worked extremely hard this past year to ensure that families receive the care and the resources that they need during this difficult and critical time in their lives. Some of the photos we're going to share shows the work that they've done during the pandemic. And if we can go to the next slide, please. Our next slide shows Esperanza Arias providing a layette for an unexpected mother. We would not be able to provide the layettes without the wonderful support from St. Martha's Baby Project. As you can see in some of the other photos, next slide, please, that my team and their clients had to adapt and find creative ways to provide direct support, direct case management, my apologies. Our next slide shows Esperanza and Tetea co-facilitating a support group for parents that have children with special needs. In addition, on our next picture, we have partnered with 72nd Clinic where they provide prenatal classes one-on-one and case management. Our last photo shows a few families that we have worked with to provide winter coats and Christmas help. They are dedicated community health workers and work very hard to provide the advocacy regarding health issues, Medicaid enrollment, social and emotional support. I would like to introduce you now to one of our community health workers, Carlos Flores, to share the amazing story. Take it away, Carlos. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Carlos Flores. I'm a community health worker at Holy Cross Ministries. I'd like to share a story with you about a mom. Maria has been receiving services at Holy Cross since 2016. Community health workers before me have helped her with services that range from immigration consultations to therapy, to financial assistance and Medicaid applications for her kids. Maria is a domestic violence survivor. I met her in 2018 when I helped her apply for Medicaid and SNAP benefits for her kids, as well as other resources she needed. Though she managed to escape the abuse, unfortunately, she lost her eyesight in the process. Through the work we've been doing together, I've been lucky enough to get to know her on a more personal level. Where many people would have given up in life, Maria chose to fight for her and for her two kids. I was surprised by how resilient she was and how she was still able to make sure her kids were taken care of despite everything she had gone through. Once the pandemic hit last year, her need for resources became even bigger. We still managed to keep her kids insured with Medicaid, to keep her SNAP benefits and other food resources so she could keep food on her table, but the need for rental assistance became too big. Her son, being the only source of income for the home, suddenly lost his job as the pandemic was ruining households and lives. I quickly started to find resources for her through any organization that offered rental, cash, or financial assistance. We've managed to get her rental assistance consistently throughout the month. Anytime any help becomes available, I always make sure to apply for her. To this day, she's been able to keep her kids insured, to keep food on her table, and most importantly, to keep a roof over her head. Maria is a big inspiration to me not to ever give up. As I am here talking to you about her story, I have to say that I've seen lots of similar stories. The need for help is vast. We at Holy Cross Ministries try to work as hard as we can so we can help as many people as possible. We appreciate your support in providing all these families the opportunity to live a safer and a more hopeful life. And now I would like to introduce to you Yvonne Campbell, who is the director of the counseling program.
Thank you, Carlos. Not only for the turn, but also for all the work the promotoras and promotor did the last year, 2020, for our clients. My name is Yvonne Campbell, and like Carlos mentioned, I'm the director of counseling. I'm originally from Chile, and I have been working at Holy Cross for the last 3 years. 2020 was a year of unbelievable challenges and unbelievable opportunities. I'm blessed, really. I'm blessed and honored to work with a team of social workers. Maybe Maria, can you show the next slide that I would like to present to you? In the right is Maren Upson. In the middle, me and my daughter. And in the right is Sister Veronica Fajardo. All of us are therapists and the clinicians for the team. And we also have a new member, Mariana Alcantar, who is our new case manager. I will let them introduce themselves and show a little, present a little what was 2020 for them and for us as a team.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mariana, and I'm the new counseling case manager here for Holy Cross Ministries. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm so excited to be a part of the counseling team. I will be the initial point of contact for every client before they are in to see one of our lovely therapists. I will also be providing resources and any other services that are needed. I am so glad to be a part of Holy Cross Ministries and can't wait to further help the community. Thank you.
Hello, My name is Sister Veronica Fajardo. I'm a bilingual therapist. I'm originally from Nicaragua, and I joined the Holy Cross counseling team in January of 2020, right before we started COVID. It was a year of a lot of learning and great opportunities as well. When we had to shut down, we needed to begin to provide services virtually and also to work with providing different groups. We were really excited to be able to have groups that help people to talk more about trauma, to talk more about the anxiety during the pandemic, to speak more about how to build resilience, those who were experiencing shame and had experienced domestic violence or sexual abuse. And it was really, really exciting to be able to collaborate with many partners who were able to help us to make it happen, to make it available for people to be able to continue with services, even though we were no longer being able to do it in person. By September, we were able to start again and provide the services using all the regulations and the mandates to be able to see clients in person and be able to support them in Summit County as well.
Hello, my name is Maren Outzen, and I am a bilingual therapist. I'm a Utah local, and I learned Spanish while I was living in Guatemala for a few years in my early 20s. When we switched to a virtual approach, there was a change in the dynamic of the therapeutic relationship between us and our clients. So we had to come up with some creative ways to really connect and engage with the clients and assure that they were feeling safe and comfortable. We also suffered some Zoom fatigue from being on the screen all day. We noticed that we were feeling much more drained at the end of the day. And we had a struggle to find privacy working from home, as well as keeping a healthy work-home balance, which caused us to really focus on our own self-care and learn and experiment with what helped us relax and recharge. We also had to address some of our own struggles with COVID. Some of us got COVID, while others of us lost loved ones to the disease, which helped us really bond together and rely on each other for support. There have been some advantages and learning opportunities to us doing telehealth as well, such as an increase in our knowledge of online resources, as well as an increase of our availability and flexibility of our schedules to help us connect with more clients. We've also learned how to be a little more creative with our sessions and use different activities and techniques to make sure that we're really engaging with the clients online, especially with the kids and the groups. Overall, it's been a challenging but fulfilling year for the therapists at Holy Cross Ministries.
Well, little creative is an understatement. I would like to, another important part for us here in Holy Cross is the preparation of future bilingual bicultural therapists. And I would like to see the next slide, if you can show it. So these are our 3 interns from 2020, Juana, Savannah, and Miranda. And we are so thankful to them for all the support and the help that they gave us during 2020. And how much we learn from them, and I hope that they learn from us too. I would like to have the next slide. More than anything, I would like to thank our partners in the community. I will start with Neighborhood House. Neighborhood House allow us to serve children that were victims of abuse. Redemption House allow us to serve women that were victims of human trafficking. Peace House give us the opportunity to serve women that have lived relationship of abuse, domestic violence. And the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops gave us the opportunity to serve immigrants, people that literally walked from Central America, were detained in the border, and we had the opportunity to see after. Also Peace House, because Peace House allow us to see clients in the community in Summit County. In general, our clients are women, children, teenagers that have had depression, anxiety, people that came to this country looking for a better opportunity for their families, their hope of having peace, of having a life in a place where their children can grow with opportunity, comes from another program, from the legal program. that allows them to have the legal status that they are looking for. So I would like to introduce our legal department. Noah, it's your turn.
Thank you. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here today with everyone and talk about Holy Cross's legal immigration program. Holy Cross welcomed me in as a volunteer about a year ago, and that quickly progressed into me working here, and it's been a great pleasure to do that. We have a very wonderful and dedicated legal immigration team that's worked very hard during this pandemic to help our clients. I think that if we could go to our first slide here, Maria, that'd be great. So we have, yes, there we go. There's part of our team right there. That's Teresa, Jessica, and Ingrid. As well, we have some other team members that aren't featured there. And Lorena, Samantha, Maribel, and of course our director, Lorena Tester, who has also been really great. And oh, there's some there right there. Okay, so we have Maribel and Lorena as well as featured there, and Lorena as well. So they're a great team, and they've been amazing bringing me into the fold as somebody who started off again as a volunteer and coming in. And it's been really wonderful to work with them, and I can't say enough about them. So just to talk about our program a little bit, Holy Cross Ministry started offering immigration services around 20 years ago to fulfill the mission to help the underserved immigrant population of the region access justice, which is a part of the mission. And we place an emphasis on helping women and children who are frequently targets of crime and domestic violence. And Holy Cross also provided, in doing that, provided humanitarian visas, victims of crime, which is known as a U visa, as well as utilizing the Violence Against Women Act to help our clients. And this was a big challenge because it was a direction that was essentially Holy Cross blazing a trail to help these people and help our clients. And the pandemic made it even more difficult more recently to do that, as our clients, we couldn't meet with them in the office. There were processing delays of their applications, which also put a lot of stress on our clients who are under a lot of pressure to maintain their paperwork. So to make adjustments with the pandemic, to help our clients, we arranged to do our consultations through phone, through Zoom, any types of means that we could, even text message if necessary. Our team rearranged their personal lives and schedules to collect documents and information from our clients. And providing, even in the winter, we provided curbside service for our clients if we needed to meet with them very quickly. And it was cold, but we would put on coats and do what we had to do to help them out. So even with these challenges presented to us, there were lots of rewarding parts of this job and of our work. In addition to that, what I mentioned above, one of the things that we also do, we have a very active citizenship program, which is easily one of the most heartwarming things that we do. And personally, my first experience in representing a client was at a citizenship interview, and I knew at that point that professionally I was going in the right direction, and I haven't looked back since. So the slide here is a couple of people that we've helped recently. One you may recognize. And just let me speak a little bit first about citizenship. It is obtaining citizenship for an immigrant to this country is the culmination of a long journey for many of them. And that includes people here at Holy Cross, who you saw speak earlier was Carlos Flores, who's a promotor here at Holy Cross. And it took him nearly 20 years to become a citizen. And at the party that we threw for him, to celebrate his big day, he mentioned that one of the first things he was going to do was to register to vote, which has to be a very important occasion for any citizen, not just somebody who's an immigrant. And we congratulate Carlos on achieving that. And so we also work with everyone who wants to become a citizen in this country, and this includes people who are afraid of becoming citizen because they also have to take a citizenship examination, which can be very difficult for anyone, not just immigrants in this country. And so to paint a picture for you, just imagine that you are going to another country, say, Japan or Brazil, try to learn about 100 questions about their government and their history, and then it starts to seem pretty intimidating, right? And it's very intimidating. And thankfully, for some, there have been long-term upstanding residents of our country. Our DOJ reps and our Holy Cross attorneys can help them obtain waivers and prepare them to obtain their citizenship. So the other picture here is Jose and his sister Marina. Marina has been a citizen of the U.S. for over 40 years, but Jose, during that time, has been a green card recipient for 40 years. And without getting into the details too much, out of respect for Jose, it was going to be extremely difficult, if not impossible, for him to obtain his citizenship, despite the fact that he had lived here for so long and been a green card holder for a long time. So he was very, very worried about this interview, and I attended it with him. He was so nervous at the time, he was shaky. And to further compound the issues, we actually had we got unlucky in the draw on the officer that was going to interview him, who was known for being a very difficult and tough interviewer. However, it was clear very early on that we had prepared a very solid application on his behalf, and the officer accepted his waiver and on Jose's behalf. So despite his nerves, he did a great job for the whole interview, and it was a great outcome for Jose. So his waiver was accepted, and he's on track to become one of our country's newest citizens, and we're thrilled to have helped him and anybody like Jose. So Holy Cross Ministries operates with support from the community, and thank the staff, and we invite the donors to volunteer, get involved, and be a part of this American dream. And we invite you also to hear more about the immigration experience from our education team and their immigration stories to their own staff members. Thanks.
Hi, I'm happy to be able to introduce to you two wonderful persons who are leaders of our Holy Cross Ministries education program, and who will share with you some of their experience of becoming essential part of Holy Cross Ministries and the U.S. What Black Lives Matter and the recent political turmoil surrounding immigrants have done is to give us an opportunity to address equal opportunity and to give ourselves freedom from denial. We are again invited to see with changed eyes how we relate to all of our brothers and sisters who share this planet with us, what we have done and what we have failed to do. Noah Barnes is an attorney with Holy Cross Ministries. Having worked in immigration services in the legal field, he observes, "I don't think most citizens can truly appreciate the difficulty of immigrating to the USA. It can inspire sheer joy when someone is granted legal status, reunited with their family, or when they are naturalized. It can also inspire sheer terror," Barnes said. "The American immigration system is intimidating, and the fear of family separation is very real. The best part of my job is the difference it makes for our clients and their families. And my passion comes from helping people that absolutely need it the most." Holy Cross Ministries, as well as healthcare institutions, schools, and numerous institutions and businesses which employ essential workers, has benefited so much from the numerous staff who come from the immigrant experience. Their talent and leadership are visible each and every day as they serve persons in need and as they and their families make their way through the U.S. systems. Focus, discipline, persistence, hard work, resilience, and enduring hope are what immigrants share with us. I am pleased to present two persons in Holy Cross Ministries who will share their perspectives on their work and life experiences while navigating their lives in the U.S. Miriam Garcia, coordinator of the Holy Cross Ministries School Readiness Program, and Lizette Zarita, coordinator of the Parents as Teachers Home Visiting Program. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Marianne, for such a wonderful introduction. My name is Miriam Garcia, and I am the School Readiness Program Coordinator. It is my pleasure for me to be here today, sharing not only what we have accomplished as an organization during this pandemic, but also to be able to share my personal story as an immigrant. I was just a 23-year-old recently graduated from college when I first came to this country. As you can imagine, I had many dreams and goals ahead of me. Becoming part of Holy Cross Ministries was completely a life-changing event that has been one of the most wonderful things that could happen to me. The path was not easy, I can tell you that. Moving to a foreign country and navigating such a different system, a language I didn't even understand, another culture, another way of life, all of that was so new to me. And of course, not to mention all the immigration process that this involved. All of it together was a huge challenge. And I think this is the reason why I can identify with the families that we serve and we help through departments. Unfortunately, not all of us have the same fortune and opportunities. Being part of Holy Cross Ministries allows me to be there for my people, my paisanos, who come to this country following what we call the American dream. Knowing all of the difficulties that they have to face in their daily lives, as I mentioned before, I experienced many of these challenges myself. But when I listen to our families and I learn their stories, I can tell you my list is short compared to what they have to go through every day. Being able to support them and guide them when they come to us is what I enjoy the most about what I do. I feel like this is my way to give back to my Holy Cross Ministries family, who opened the doors for me 12 years ago and who has been giving me the opportunity to grow, to learn, and to be able to help through my work doing what I love the most. Being recognized as a superhero today is a great honor, but at the same time, it wouldn't be possible without a great team. I wish both of my teachers were here today, but they are working in our classroom, shaping the little minds of our 3- and 4-year-olds. So I would like to take a minute to recognize Yvonne Chapa and Magda Perez for all the amazing work they do every day. Thank you. Thank you all of you for being here today, for believing in what we do, and for supporting our work. Thank you so much. Now I will have the pleasure to introduce my friend and coworker, Lisette Zurita, with the PAD program.
Thank you so much for such a lovely introduction and beautiful story, my beautiful friend and colleague. On June 16, 1989, my family and I embarked on what I call the most adventurous and brave journey of our lives. We immigrated from Aguascalientes, Mexico, to a small town in San Joaquin Valley in the state of California, full of hopes and dreams. On December 1990, the county suffered a severe freeze, where the record-breaking freeze caused billions of dollars worth of damage to crops, the main source of employment and income for this region. As a result of the ruined crops, more than 100,000 farm workers lost their jobs. My parents were among them. Immediately, our family, as many others, were placed in a state of fight, flight, or freeze. We no longer were just faced with the challenge of learning a new culture and language. We needed to find a way to survive. While I sat in bed, as I laid in bed trying to go to sleep, I remember clearly hearing my parents at the dining table having concerning conversations about how they were going to do it so we wouldn't lose our home. Other nights, I heard them talking about what they needed to do to make our food last. A few weeks into the freeze, my father was offered the opportunity to go help prune the frozen trees. One day, while he was working standing on a ladder over an 18 feet tall orange tree, a frozen branch snapped, causing my father to rapidly fall headfirst to the ground. He suffered a severe concussion and multiple injuries. As a 13-year-old, it was very difficult for me not to be able to focus in school, knowing that my father was not doing well, and still my parents were trying their hardest to make ends meet. We were recent immigrants and were not familiar with the available resources, and most importantly, my parents were not used to asking for assistance. During these dark days, we had what I called angels that guided us and told us that it was okay to ask for help. I remember standing in line with my parents to get food from a local food bank, coming home excited to look inside the paper bags to see what we could cook with my mom for that night. I also remember standing in line with my mom to get our Medicaid cards so we could attend to our medical needs. And for my two older siblings to get their physical so they could continue to be part of their track team. I remember sitting at the school bleachers and seeing them run the relays and thinking at the same time how blessed we were to have been given that opportunity. My name is Lisette Zurita, and I joined the Holy Cross Ministries family nearly 3.5 years ago, and I'm the Parents as Teachers Program Supervisor. I work alongside our two amazing and highly trained parent educators, Hilda Marquez and Yuri Jensen, under our visionary director, Sister Marianne. Far beyond childhood education was a hot topic in our area, Sister Marianne clearly understood the importance of it and saw the need to create awareness and form this amazing and wonderful program among others. Our Parents as Teachers program is an evidence-based program that model that for children between the ages of 0 to 3. It is a free program that promotes the optimal early development, learning, and health of children by supporting and engaging the parents and the caregivers, as well as providing family support and well-being to offer all children the opportunity to learn, grow, and develop to reach their full potential. On March 13, 2020, our entire country was hit by the pandemic. This crisis affected the entire country and represented many challenges for everyone. For our Parents as Teachers team, it was important to provide a sense of support and guidance through this period. By the following Friday, the entire PAT team was working away, putting together lesson plans, reading materials, and mailing them out to our families to transition seamless to a virtual program. We contacted every single family to assess their immediate needs and develop an action plan. On April 8, 28, we had our first out of 8 essential needs drive-thrus for our existing Parents as Teachers families, as well as some of our former families and our waitlisted families, and also our school readiness families. All of our families were impacted by the pandemic. Many lost their jobs. We had parents and family members that had COVID and needed hospitalization, among other crises. It was important for us to work collectively with our HCM programs, partner agencies, volunteers, and donors to meet the needs of our families. Our program alone offered close to 1,000 resource opportunities. This means that we quadrupled our resource connection services this past year. 90% of our Parents as Teachers families were able to receive rental assistance. 100% of them received essential needs, and more than 50% of our families received mental health support, while still receiving a high quality developmental, social, and emotional classes, as well as screening by our amazing parent educators. We also were able to continue offering our monthly parent connections through Zoom, offering our families a sense of normalcy. It is an honor, a privilege, a joy to have the opportunity to work with such an amazing team and organization, to have the opportunity to lead the mission of Holy Cross Ministries, offering opportunities of empowerment for our families, regardless of their background, religion, income, ethnicity, and other characteristics, to become independent and active participants of our community. I want to thank everyone that is here today for being part of this important mission. Thank you. And now it is my pleasure to pass the platform back to our amazing and wonderful CEO, Amy Gardner.
Thanks, Lisette. That was amazing. And thanks everyone for joining us today to hear from our education and our justice and our health outreach programs, as well as you heard the powerful immigrant stories of our staff. As I said at the beginning of our live stream, we are a community of immigrants supporting one another. We consider ourselves the behind the scenes heroes, helping those essential workers on the front lines who got us through the pandemic this past year. We hope that our message of empowerment and support of our immigrant community really resonates with you, and that you will become a Holy Cross hero by supporting our efforts through a contribution at any level that you can. Remember, we have that $15,000 fundraising goal so that our donors can match us dollar for dollar. And we thank you from the bottom of our hearts in advance for your support. Thanks again for tuning in, and have a wonderful rest of your day. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank again our wonderful sponsors. One more time for you to know: University Health Plans, Summit Sotheby's, Dominion Energy, and our friends of Holy Cross. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a great day.